A stylised eye graphic forms text and Eye to the Future. An academic wearing red robes and a black cap uses a white cane. She attends a graduation ceremony and works in a lab.
My name's Linda Agnew. I'm an Associate Professor in Biomedical Science at the University of New England, and my current position is as the Head of School of Science and Technology. Part of my role is to oversee the teaching and research activities that staff in the school contribute to, and to oversee student activities and the staff activities in that. I undertook my study later in life. I was a mature age student. I got my diagnosis, which came out of the blue. It was rather a shock. And so at that point in time, I really had to consider what my career options would be. Over a period of about 10 years, my sight deteriorated gradually, and then to the point of about 4 years ago, the rest of my remaining sight was lost. The area of passion for my research is in the biomedical area. For me to really continue to excel in that space, I needed to change the way that I conducted research. So I actually still participate in all of that type of research, but I do it differently. And the way that I do it is that I have students and research assistants and postdocs that I work with complete those tasks, those very fine tasks that require a level of visual acuity that I don't have. I'm involved in conceptualising and designing research projects. I'm involved in administering clinical trials. I'm involved in discussions around the analysis of the data once we've collected it. It's not a lesser contribution to the research, it's just a different contribution to the research that I make now. I would really encourage students, if you've got a burning passion for the sciences, please don't think that it's not possible for you to develop a career in that space, because it absolutely is.
She helps build a house.
I really love to travel. My husband and I partnered with an organisation called Global Mission Partners, so we widened our scope to be looking at individual communities and villages in Vanuatu and how we could value add and make a difference to the lives of people, whether that be through education or healthcare or other ways, sustainable income, those sorts of things. We fundraised and sent equipment and medical equipment over to a clinic. We've established scholarships for kids. The real core focus of what we do is in partnership. It's about us going and having respectful conversations with the community to ask them, what is it that you need? What is it that we can help you with? Many people who are vision impaired have fantastic problem-solving skills, fantastic project management skills. So I'd also say to potential employers to not be afraid to ask the questions about what can we do to help accommodate you? What are the things that you need in the workplace? So do you need some adaptive technology or some particular software? And how do we go about getting that? It's really good to have a conversation around ability rather than around the disability. So it's really good to focus on what an individual staff member can do and how they can contribute.
My name is Professor Bridget Hayward and I'm the Vice-Chancellor and Chief Executive of the University of New England. What you've got to do is think about there are different ways to have natural engagement. That whether it's a blind member of staff or a student with a visual disability, you've got to create an environment which is natural for them. I think the advice I really would give, and I apologise for the language I'm about to use, is make no apologies for being bloody minded about demanding the things that you need to be the very best person that you can be. As an employer, it is to be brave, to put aside the difficulties and the challenges, don't ignore them, but be respectful of them. You mustn't put any individual who joins you who has a disability in a bigger box than the one they've already been placed in. If I can be so, that's rather blunt and sharp-ended statement. They're already in a box that has the word different attached to it. Don't make the words uppercase and make the box as small as possible for them and for yourself.
Text thanks to Linda Agnew and Bridget Hayward, University of New England, Armidale. Learn more at eyetothefuture.com.au. This project is brought to you by BCA thanks to funding received from the NDIA via the 2019 Economic Participation of People with Disability Grant.